Alright guys, so I've just got these two panels up. It's lunchtime now. Just going to head off to get something to eat. Dino's going to join up and make it look pretty. Saucy's just left for the day. He's got some uni to do, so got some study. Hey Dino, I reckon go over these two, go over that. See how this is like a light? Bit bad joining there and there. Make them sharp. But yeah, we've got these two panels up. Used about 5 mixers, I think 5.5 mixers. It'd be close to 500 bricks just in these two panels there. But then we'll do that. I'm going to head off, and after lunch we're going to do a different section. I'm going to do the other side of the garage pier in there. That's today so far. Sun's turning out, skies are blue. COVID is getting lifted. Some more easing of the restrictions here in Melbourne, so things are looking good. Hey Dino? Yeah. So I just wanted to talk a bit about today, just like the business side to running a bricklaying business. So I was just talking a casual chat with Sauce before he left to go do some uni work, and we're just talking as we're laying and talking about like the challenges and difficulties it can be as far as like trying to plan out for a week or planning out for, you know, obviously every job's different. There's jobs where you can sort of get it done in a certain time frame, and you can sort of try and organize yourself with how much you're going to make for the week, how much you're going to need on, you know, wages and whatever, and expenditure. And also there's times like at the moment now where we're trying to get through a full house. We've got me and Dino that are working full-time Monday to Friday. Dino doesn't usually work on weekends, so he does Monday to Friday. Sauce is part-time. He does like usually 3 days a week, and then he wants to work the weekends. So in order for me to make everyone happy and sort of sometimes get everyone to be working at once, or everyone working as many days as they want, as they really ideally want to work, I have to be turning up virtually Monday through to Sunday. So that being Sauce working 2 days a week that he wants to. Dino, obviously we need to work Monday to Friday, and so yeah, that would mean that I'd have to work every day to make sure, you know, everyone's getting their full capacity that they want to work a week. So there's just things like that. Also the fact that Sauce isn't full-time with us, and same with my old man, even when he helps out, the fact that they're not full-time, I can't really schedule that we're going to get a house done in a certain time frame. So it makes it a little bit more challenging in that respect. Like, we're at the house now, ideally we'll finish this in about a week. You know, it's a good site, things are running all right, pretty smoothly. 7 days would be somewhere we'd be looking at trying to finish one like this if we had everyone working, or even 6 days if there was my dad, Sauce, Dino all at one time. But that not being the case, it's hard for me to put a gauge on exactly which day I'll finish. There's probably like a 3-day sort of leeway, you know, where if I don't have everyone working at once and we can't maximize our output, that there's probably a 3-day sort of, depending on everything goes well, we could be finished for somewhere between 7 to 10 days. So I'm just trying to explain to him that it's not as black and white as he probably thinks it is, as far as, well, and then again, he's been through it and rode the bumps with me as well. He's been there when I first started the business. He obviously went away and did some other things with work for a while, but he knows what it's like. But I was sort of getting more to the numbers side with him, explaining that it'd be a lot easier if we had everyone on a full-time basis and we're getting jobs done in 1 week, say, because you can pretty much put down an average saying 1 week we're finishing this house, it's worth X amount of dollars. I know that I can then split my wages up and talk to them about having a fixed rate where we can, if we were getting a house done every week and the jobs were coming in that well, I can get more of a gauge of where I sit financially and where I sit with the ins and outs over a longer period of time. I don't know, it might be hard for me to exactly explain, but yeah, obviously we have our challenges in that respect. But I've had a few people also ask me about whether I'm looking for workers and stuff like that. I have had a heap of people from Melbourne, heap of guys just asking me if I'm looking for anyone or if I'm looking for some casual workers. So I may as well address that while I'm talking about the crew. the thing is, we aren't, as we're still getting ourselves off the ground and getting our name out there in the industry. I've only been working for myself for just over 2 years now, in my own business. We're still trying to get our name and our brand out there, so we're still working on the fundamentals of making sure our quality is up to the way we want it to be, before I jump into, you know, overbooking myself with more wage, more employees, and starting to grow in that way. I want it to be authentic. I want to train the boys up in a way where, look, I'm still learning myself. I make mistakes here, there, and everywhere, and you guys all sort of ride that with me as well as I show you that. So I'm trying to better myself, and if I can't afford to have more workers on, if I'm still at the core trying to, you know, work out and get my head around all these different builds and learning myself. So I'm really lucky and fortunate to have the 2 boys in my family that can, and my daddy, that can help me out in that way, and they're a bit more patient. I can be, sometimes they'll say I'm not patient with it, but for the most part I can train them up the way I've been taught. We can learn together. There's a bit more flexibility around the hours of working. You know, I'm not trying to push because I've got too many too many wages in a day or in a week, and we're trying to push, and then we're making mistakes. So it works out. It just works out best for me the way I've got it at the moment. The way I've got it with the two brothers and my dad on a casual basis, it just works. So I'm keeping it in the family virtually at the moment with work, and that's nothing against, you know, some of you guys that have asked me for a job. I'm sure you'd be more than capable and probably help us out in that respect as well, but I just want to really concentrate at the core of, you know, trying to make sure that we're on the right page. Me and my brothers, I can train them up to a stage where they're comfortable with doing all sort of setting up and stuff like that themselves, and then we can look at expanding from there. So that's just the way I've thought about, you know, I've decided to go about it. So yeah, so as far as the plans for my business and what it looks like going forward, like I mentioned, what I want to really, my idea, the picture for what it looks like is trying to train up my 2 brothers to the point where they can do virtually anything in the trade, as far as knowing how to set up everything, set up seals, set up profiles, do seals, lay piers, read plans, all that sort of stuff. I want to train them up. We want to be washing our own brickwork, so we want to be a brickwork in general business rather than just bricklaying. We want to be washing down our own stuff, and ultimately we're just trying to learn and grow as I know in myself, I'm trying to learn and grow in the trade and learn as much as I possibly can, and I'm learning a lot of you guys. So again, I appreciate, I say it all the time, but I do appreciate you guys writing, you know, comments and advice and tips in the comment section. It really helps me out because I have learned a heap off you guys as well. But I'm just trying to better myself as a bricklayer. I swear in my first 2 years I've virtually already made almost every mistake you can make in the whole book. I swear, that's what it feels like anyway to me, but I'm sure there's going to be more. You know, you're forever learning, and I'm just going to try and build on my mistakes, learn from them, keep pushing. I already know that my brickwork's improved. I know within myself, I know the brickwork's improved tenfold from even the first job I ever did 2 years ago. But we're still trying to strive to be the best bricklaying sort of group we can, have some pride in our work. So that's what it looks like for me. As far as the numbers, I'm not trying to make, you know, millions of dollars. You know, and I'm sure that, you know, all you bricklayers out there probably know that it's a hard trade to sort of make that sort of money. We're not trying to, you know, blow off any, you know, blast off any expectations or anything like that as far as making too much money. We're just trying to do a good job, enjoy what we do, enjoy the process of, you know, obviously having them tough days, and also having good days on site, and just, you know, being around each other. It's good that way in the family. Ultimately you get to spend more time with, you know, your brothers, where as we're getting older and we're starting to maybe even move out the next couple of years, it's good for us to sort of, you know, stay connected that way. My old man comes and helps, my mum even comes and drops food off, you know, all that sort of stuff keeps us all connected in that way, and I think that's important. So that's what it looks like for me going forward, laying bricks, getting better, growing, and I know we're gonna have a big big summer this as it starts to approach now. We've got a heap of work coming through, so it's starting to look, things are looking up for us. So again, I apologize for anyone that I don't actually get back to on the messages that have asked me for a job and if I got any work. I'm sure there'll be opportunities where that, if we really need a hand, I can shout out to some of you guys, and if you're still interested, we can do that. We're just going to concentrate on keeping it tight with us three and trying to better ourselves. So I just thought I'd bit of a chat as I went to get lunch and what's going down with me. Hopefully me and Dino can finish off this day strong. We'll try to get this pier up. Try and get the pier up so that the lintel guy can just come and use his crane to put it on there. Maybe if he comes tomorrow or today. I'm sure the supervisor will come past soon as well. So that's what's going down, and yeah, we'll see you after lunch. Have something to eat now, and I'll catch you there for the pier. Alright, so me and Dino got this pier up, and we also started that section around the front. In the last couple of hours, just pumped it out, put their heads down and just went for it. So got that pier up. It's now, what time is it? Must be, phone's not in my pocket. I think it must be about 2:30. We just packed up the mixer. Almost 3 o'clock. We're gonna just use whatever mud we've got, cut some bricks for tomorrow, make sure we do setup. I know that's important. Got to do something about this hair. I'm growing it out, but keeps getting in my eye, especially when it's windy. So the job so far, progress update. Done this side, just got to finish the sills on this side. Done the back, same thing, got the sills to do. Around this side now, what it looks like. Oh, of course you always find some tools when you go around the house. We've got some scaffold set up there, but we've done this side. We did them 2 panels, so we've got like a third of the way to do to the end, where there's some eve-line sheets as well, so you don't have to go as high, so that's all right. We've got to do that bit around the meter box, that bit around the front, we'll join that up. So we'll do that tomorrow. We'll finish off that side. If we've got time, we'll get it up, the front panels in between the windows up as well, and that'll leave us to finish when the big bar comes. I'm not sure when that's coming back. It should have been here by now, the big T-bar to go over the garage lintel, but now that we've got that garage up, but hopefully they can just get a crane and help us to lift it on. That's what they usually do. So once we do that, it's the front, it's around that meter box, and then obviously put the lintels on, do the brickwork over the openings, and then we have 2 render piers to finish. So we're looking good for, if it's not Friday, finish Saturday. So all in all, we started laying bricks Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, didn't work the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, so I reckon about 7 days this should get us to get this. This is an average size single. I reckon this is right on about the standard of size for bricks. There's probably 9,000. Oh, not even. I reckon there's 8.5. I think there was 9,000 packs. I'm sorry, not packs. 9,000 bricks here when we arrived. So we won't use all of them. I reckon it'll be more closer to 8.5. They don't have a purchase order. Usually they've got a purchase order saying how much bricks are in the job, but this new company doesn't have that. We just count up our tally at the end and put our invoice in that way. So that's what we're doing. That's going down. That's Monday, ready to go home. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on tomorrow's video.